you have disordered eating? Are you having trouble controlling your food? Maybe you're overeating or overindulging or avoiding food because there's just such a strong pull and you're afraid to eat. There may be a micronutrient deficiency, and that specific deficiency is chromium. So it's not a really major nutrient that many people think about when they think about eating disorders and weight loss and that kind of thing. Although chromium picolinate is a particular substance that is added to weight loss foods and drinks, and is not necessarily the best way to get your chromium. But if you have a chromium deficiency, you may be dealing with these cravings and hunger and not understanding why, because you can eat and you won't feel satiated. Chromium actually supports insulin. It actually strengthens the insulin signal so that sugars and glucose can get into your cell. And if you're low in chromium, then the insulin isn't going to work near as well, and you're just going to have dysregulated blood sugar. Now, it also helps strengthen and balance your lipid levels. So if you have a high cholesterol and heart disease in your family, this also might be another reason to have your chromium tested. You can find chromium in different foods like tomatoes and green beans and broccoli, basically your vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, meat, seafood. So, adding those foods in, but it's in such small quantities that it's really difficult if you have a true deficiency, if you have a true functional deficiency, it's really difficult to get enough chromium from those foods to re-establish a good balance in your body. There is a particular product, like I spoke of earlier, called chromium picolinate, which is not what I would recommend someone use. And the reason why is because the body cleaves off the chromium because it wants the chromium, and then the picolinate acid, I think is what it's called, it actually will damage the DNA. So if you take chromium picolinate and your body takes the chromium, what's left is damaging to your DNA. So you don't really want to do that to your body. There is something called glucose tolerance factor chromium, which is a better way to do it. It's a whole food chromium. So if you're going to supplement, I would highly encourage you to supplement with a whole food supplement, not a chemical made in a lab. That's the same thing as a drug, it's no different. And yes, you can go out and buy chromium and see if that helps, helps a disordered eating pattern you may be having in your life. But my highest recommendation would be to get your micronutrients tested. When you get them tested, you can actually see, do I have a true deficiency? And is there something else maybe that I'm not knowing about going on in my physiology that would be pertinent to know so that I can overcome these struggles? So my patient is very active and she works out a lot, and excess heavy exercise can increase the rate of loss of chromium. So, also if you're having challenges with eating, you may also want to look at how much energy you're putting out in your workouts and your day-to-day activities. So I'm here for you if you have any questions or need any help, but many blessings to any of you who are having disordered eating. Goodness knows I know that story really, really well. I wish I could go back in time and check my micronutrients when I was having bulimia and all that stuff. It would be really interesting to see. So anyway, have a great day and may your eating be blessed.